Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League. We got a different team to work with today. Let's see if we can get some wins with it. Here we're going to be showcasing the Vigoroth pair with the Wigglytuff and Azumarill. They start off with a Feraligatr, which is a great lead for us. And they switch into their Charjabug. Charjabug here, pretty decent against our team. However, we do have the Wigglytuff for this, so we're just going to go Wigglytuff into this Charjabug. They decide to go for the Discharge. And they have the back-to-back, so it forces us to shield. This shield here is going to allow us to throw this Icy Wind. Icy Wind goes right back at this Charjabug. They decide to shield as well, and now we have no choice but to farm down. And we do get the farm down, which is fantastic. Now we're racing to another move. We do get to a move right here. We could have gone for the Disarming Burst, but I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to reach it. However, we do get the Icy Wind debuff to go through, and now we are going to be able to have a favorable matchup. This Shadow Dragon here is going to have to get through this very tanky Azumarill. Azumarill doesn't have to worry about anything. We are just going to go straight for play rubs at this point. 2 play rubs. Charged up should be able to take out this because they only have 1 shield left. So that 1 shield does get invested right there. They're able to get to another move here right before we get to our play rub. Body Slam takes it into the yellow, but we're going to be able to get to this Play Rough. Play Rough does take out the Dragonair. We're going to switch out immediately back into the Vigoroth, and this is all but over because the Shadow Claws from this Feraligatrs are not doing much damage, and they're only going to be able to rely on their charge move. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Azumarill right there. We do have double fairies in this team to kind of counter the meta right now. We have the Vigoroth just to spam as much as possible. So here we kind of have triple good situations. Vigoroth, Azumarill, Wigglytuff, all pretty good against this Umbreon. We are going to try to switch out eventually, I think. We're going to go for this Body Slam right here. This is going to chip away at the Umbreon's health. They're going to be able to throw another move right here. This is going to get us into the red. So, once again, we're going to try to switch out eventually here. One Body Slam comes through, and we switch out to Azumarill trying to catch a move. They don't go for it. They actually have the Azumarill themselves to counter our Azumarill. So, we do have the advantage, energy advantage, and we do have just a slight advantage because we were able to switch in first. As long as they don't have anything crazy. They do have the play rough version, so both of us are going to be able to just play rough each other. This play rough is going to take it into the yellow, and all we have to do is just maintain alignment at this point. Maybe we barely lose this because of the health advantage, but we are going to be able to pressure shields, I think. So one play rough comes through here. They decided to let it go, actually. Okay, so we're going to be able to farm down, and they decided just to let it go. They do have the Medicham in the back, so this is not good for our opponent. Ends up being the Umbreon, Medicham, and Azumarill team from our opponent. After a little bit of energy, we're going to switch out into our Wiggly here. We know that they are double weak to this Wiggly with their Umbreon and Medicham, and they realize it. So down goes the Medicham, and it looks like they have left the game. So GG's to our opponent. Kind of a tanky team. They had the Medicham XL and Azumarill XL, but unfortunately for them, pretty weak to fairy types on their team. All right, next game. Let's see if we can continue this. Azumarill doing quite well as a tank and just pressuring some potential shields or big damage. Here we have a very great lead. They switch out into the Altaria. We're going to switch into our Wigglytuff here. We don't want this Wigglytuff matched up against their Sandflash. Now, this is an interesting situation because we are going to be able to win this game really heavily. Or this matchup, excuse me. So we're purposely going to let them throw a move here. If it KOs, that's okay because we actually... Okay, it doesn't KO, but we lag right there and we do not get the move off. But I think we're still okay because we do have the Vigoroth and the Azumarill to potentially take out that Sandslash, so we're still okay right now. They have their own Azumarill, so they're gonna use their Azumarill right here to try to take out our Vigoroth, and we're gonna do our best here to just get this Azumarill as low as possible so that we can potentially farm down with our Azumarill Now, remember, our own Azumarill does have the Hydro Pump for this reason, trying to deal some good damage towards Sand Slash. Our opponent here is going to have to potentially take another Body Slam. This Body Slam right here does get shielded, so we do get the shield back. And now the spamminess of Vigoroth is coming into play. Another Body Slam already coming back. They decided to double shield, so we're going to switch out into the Azumarill. Azumarill here is going to be able to tank this player up very easily. They're going to switch out into their Sand Slash. Makes sense. And now we know that this has no shield. Shadow Sand Slash is going to have to take this Hydro Pump right here. They're hoping we are not running Hydro Pump, but unfortunately for them, this is the Hydro Pump. And boom! Good damage right there to get into the low red, and they realize that that is GG's. So, well done by the Azumarill, and we just had a really good team towards their team as well. Kind of hard counter, to be honest. All right, next game. Let's see what we find. We got the Vigoroth here paired with the Wigglytuff. So not a great situation for Vigoroth here. We're going to try to chip and dip. So we're going to throw this Body Slam right here and then dip out of here. Probably. Yep, that's exactly what we do. We use our Azumarill for the tank. They decide to stay in a little bit. We're going to allow this to come through. And let's see, ends up being the Disarming Voice. Okay, and then we're looking for a Farm Down. We do get the Farm Down, which is great. Now we know that this Azumarill doesn't really have to shield much. Our opponent here does come back in with their Stunfisk. They take a huge Hydro Pump. And now we know that we can just let this go because at this low health, we should be able to farm down with the... Okay, they actually switch out. So them switching out right there is going to allow us to go for a play rub. They do invest a shield. We're going to switch out immediately into our Wigglytuff. 2 shields. Wigglytuff is going to be able to take out that Glider. And that Stunfisk is so low that it doesn't really matter. So they decided to leave. GG's to our opponent. All right, not bad. We got the Vigoroth double fairies right now working pretty well. And we're just making sure that we are using the Azumarill really efficiently. All right, next we have the Vigoroth versus the Stunfisk. This is the Nova Stunfisk. So it's going to only do some neutral damage at this point. We definitely don't want this Stunfisk on our Azumarill. And we're just going to allow it to throw a move here. We build up energy. Maybe they think this is Bulldoze. Doubt it, but we did farm up some extra energy. They decided to tank it right there. Now they are going to be able to get to another move. We're going to allow this Mud Bomb to go through, okay? So we're going to throw another Body Slam right here to get this pretty low. We're going to try our best to either farm down or snipe the energy, and not able to do that. They are able to snipe our energy. So their Shadow Gramble does snipe our energy, unfortunately. We're going to have to come back in with our own Azumarill. This Azumarill here is going to have a tough time beating this Gramble because we do not have the Ice Beam version. This Ice Beam less Azumarill is going to take longer to take out their Gramble. So we finally take it out right there. They come back in with their Stunfisk. Stunfisk here is already charged up with the move. They go for the Discharge. Going to go for the Farm Down at that point. And they have the Wigglytuff in the back as well. So not a great situation for us as our own Wigglytuff was already pretty damaged and the Azumarill was already damaged. We go for the Icy Wind right here to debuff their charms. We know that they're going to probably throw Icy Wind themselves, but we do have shields to use. One shield goes up. We're going to go for another Play Rough right here. We are definitely going to get a shield, but this is where not having Ice Beam comes into play because it takes us an extra bubble to get to the move. If we were running Ice Beam right there, we should have been able to get to double, and unfortunately that doesn't work out. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.